According to reports, the Venezuela government is condemning the United States for the strikes that have taken place. It is, of course, the leader of Venezuela that has declared a national emergency. This after explosions were heard. We're talking about multiple locations where these strikes were heard. This comes about after, of course, these multiple explosions were heard in the middle of the night at about 2 o'clock in the morning. A power outage has been reported as well. And the attacks that took place, in Venezuela right after Donald Trump had in fact warned of the same. So it was US President Donald Trump who had for weeks threatened ground strikes on drug cartels in Venezuela. So US forces have also carried out numerous strikes on boats in both the Caribbean Sea and the Pacific Ocean since September, targeting what Washington says are drug smugglers. Now, Trump has, of course, accused the Venezuelan leader of heading a drug cartel and said he's cracking down on trafficking. Vishal joining us in order to get us more on this. Vishal, of course, the Venezuelan government pointing fingers clearly at Trump and saying these are strikes that have been conducted by the United States while declaring a national emergency.
Yes, the US has so far not commented officially as to what exactly happened, but all the visuals, everything, all the details that we have so far, they all point to the direction of the Oval Office. Trump has, as you rightly mentioned, in the recent past, repeatedly talked about, direct involvement in the Venezuelan territory, and that is exactly what seems to have happened right now. Several explosions reported across Caracas, the capital of Venezuela. The main military installation seems to have also been attacked, and the southern part of the capital seems to be in total darkness. Some of the energy facilities also seem to have been attacked. How many people have been killed or injured? All of those data, that all seems to be not available at the moment, but we'll soon have all those details. But the fact that the tensions have been brewing for a while now, it was well known that there could be, next level of escalation. US had already mobilized its troops inside right around the territory of Venezuela. We have had at least 8 to 15,000 US troops encircling the South American continent and near the territory of Venezuela. The US had, mobilized the biggest warship that it has in its arsenal, the USS George Ford. So all of that, it indicated that this might happen anytime soon. But the fact that it has already happened seems quite surprising, because many experts had suggested that this confrontation, the direct confrontation, is not likely. But it seems to have happened now. All eyes are now on the Maduro government, what it does. There's not much that it can do, because its adversary in this moment is the biggest, military power on the planet. Venezuela, on the other hand, has allies in its arsenal. It has Russia and China in its corner, but that support also has been dwindling. It barely has any support in the Caribbean territory, in the South American continent. It has had allies in the past. But so far, the support seems to be waning in the recent past. So Maduro government will have its task cut out as to how to respond to this, whether there will be direct confrontation, where there will be some diplomatic level engagement. All of that remains to be seen.
Right. Well, of course, the leader of Venezuela has gone on to say that, this is only being done in order to overthrow him, and basically that has, completely denied any kind of involvement in the narcotics trade.
Yes, that is what has been the main, plank of the U.S. government. U.S. government has been arguing for months, for almost a year now, that the Venezuelan president is himself involved in the illicit drug trade that plagues the U.S., most likely the U.S. West Coast. But the Venezuelan government has repeatedly denied those charges, that it is not involved in the drug trade. And if you look at the statistics, Colombia is the biggest nation in the South American continent that is involved in the illicit drug trade. Venezuela is also involved, but it is not that big of a player. So this kind of military action, whether it was warranted or not, that will be argued. But that has been the main argument of the US government. Trump has clearly said that he almost clearly said that he wants Maduro out, because almost 2 years ago there was a national election held. There was the contentious results, and even then he did not yield. He still continued. Many people suggested that he had lost power, but he's still continuing. So these are the two main things around which the US could have conducted these operations. How far the US is willing to go, all of that will have to be seen now, because the tensions had been brewing for a while, and now they seem to have hit the zenith.